Hello, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade artists, and welcome back to your virtual art room. Over the next couple weeks, the last couple weeks of our quarter, we will be working on our final winter project. You will be painting this beautiful winter hillside scene, a snowy winter day, this will be all watercolor. You will be using all of the different practices and techniques that we've been talking about in our watercolor unit over the last several lessons. So think about your different color uses, your brushstroke technique, your blending. All of those will be really helpful to put all this together and create a really nice piece. I can't wait to see what you guys create, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is tape down all four sides of your paper to your board. We'll be working in landscape direction, so your paper should be vertical on your work surface. Make sure you press to seal each side of the tape, and then use your pencil to create a nice light line that will become our horizon line where our sky meets our snowy mountainside. You're going to use a flat brush to create a water wash. We're not water washing the entire page, only down to your hillside. So go nice and carefully just where your pencil line is. We'll be using blue to start off our sky blend. So blue working our way down from the top, again using nice horizontal brush strokes. And then we'll switch to purple to work from the bottom up, starting at your horizon line. So again, we want to leave our snowy mountainside dry and white for now. If you need to go back over your initial blend with a little bit more color, feel free to get a little bit more paint on your brush or make a little bit of a darker pigment and add a little bit more color because we do want to have a nice dark evening sky. Clean your brush, and if you do have a smaller brush, a smaller round brush at home, you can use that to use a little bit of gray, which you can make by mixing black watercolor with a bit of water to lighten up your black. You can make a gray, and then you're going to use small brush strokes, and these brush strokes don't have to be even. We're going to use these on the mountainside to create a bit of shadow and definition in the hillside. You want to avoid having your gray touch purple so we don't create some bleeds because this mountainside portion is more of a wet on dry and we don't want to have the gray leak into the sky for now. You can go back over your mountainside with a slightly darker gray, so mixing slightly less water into your black pigment, and that will help bring out some of those definitions in your mountainside. Then let your paper dry completely. And I actually had a phone call come in while I was recording your painting, so we missed the part where I added, I did a blend on top of your purple and blue with black, ultramarine, that nice turquoise looking blue is cerulean in the middle, and then a little bit more purple, and that was just to darken up the colors and really give the effect of a nighttime sky. Once you have done that second layer on your sky, you can use a nice fine brush, if you have one, to do a little bit of a water wash or add a little bit more purple right along your mountainside to create a nice and just kind of clean up the edge of the hillside a little bit. If you need to darken things up, you can always blend a bit of black to really bring out some of the nighttime effect. We're going to start to add snow next. So go ahead and gather, if you have some white tempera paint or acrylic paint, you can get a little bit of that on a brush, and we'll use the finger tap method to make some nice splatters to create snow. Now you actually want to do this while your paper is still wet because it makes the paint kind of fan out just a little bit to give that pretty snow effect. We don't want to add too many splatters, just enough to make a little bit of a light snowfall. When your paper is dry, you can go ahead and we're going to use black. So if you have a watercolor paint set, you're going to want to make a thick black. So adding not too much water at all to your black paint, or if you have acrylic or tempera paint, you're more than welcome to use that as well as India ink would look really pretty and work well for this as likewise. So we're going to add a few trees to the edge of our hillside using a stippling technique. So again, that's that dotting method. We want to be careful that the tips of our trees have shorter branches, and then as we move down the trunk of the tree, our branches become a little bit wider. Obviously, trees that are closer to you will be a little bit larger and have some more detail. But go ahead and you can add about 3 or 4 trees, or if you want to add a few more, you're absolutely welcome to do that as well. Make sure we're thinking about keeping a balanced piece. So if you add something to one side, let's add it to the other side as well in a similar way to maintain that balance. Take your time, there's no need to rush, and you do want to do this on a completely dry surface so that your paints won't bleed into each other. If you need to, you can go back over your trees and fill in any of your stippling. Make sure that when you stipple, you're using the tip of your brush. Take your time, and you can always go back and touch up different areas where paint might have dropped. When you're finished, remove the tape carefully from the edge of your paper, and you should have a nice clean white border to frame your piece. Don't forget to take a picture and upload it to our online gallery when you're all finished. I can't wait to see your designs. Have a great day.